Hey everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailysheeple.com, and this is your news shot. Activist Post gives us some pretty interesting police state news. New Jersey passes a bill. Of course, it's New Jersey. New Jersey passes a bill requiring schools to teach kids how to interact with police. Instead of teaching children their rights, which is something that needs to be done, that should be first and foremost on the priority list next to reading and writing, is rights. That should be passed by the State Assembly of New Jersey. However, that's not what happens. See, folks, this is the deception. This is how people get lulled in to becoming zombies, to becoming sheeple, is by simply following this. Because look at, it's good intentions. If we teach our children how to interact with police, why then they won't get hurt. Instead of teaching children their rights and then training police and helping them transition back to becoming peace officers and embracing the notion that was embedded in the founding of this country, no victim, no crime. If there's no victim, there's no crime. You get a speeding ticket. Who did I injure? Who's injured here? Where's the injured party? Where's the victim? Well, there is no victim. You know? All of these taxation by citation tactics. A lady wants to put solar panels on her house and take her house off the grid. Oh, well, let's condemn her house then because she's off the grid. No. Who did she injure by that? This is at the heart of the problem of our society, and it's being exasperated by bills like this. Dawn Lugar reports, the State Assembly of New Jersey passed a bill on Thursday that would require K through 12 students to be taught how to interact with police officers in a manner marked by mutual cooperation and respect. Stop there. Mutual cooperation and respect begins with the recognition of human rights, not constitutionally reminded rights, because that's all the Constitution is a piece of paper that reminds us of some of our inherent rights that we are born with. As human beings, we have these rights built in and written into our DNA. It has nothing to do with any government giving us our rights. Then they become privileges. They're not privileges. They're our rights. And what they're doing is, mutual cooperation and respect, ultimately amounting to, if you pay respect to your jailers, why then they'll give you the privilege of being able to live unharassed. But it's really not the truth, and it's not reality, and we all know that. I myself have lived a firsthand experience with this. They don't respect your rights. You have to demand respect for your rights, and the only way you demand it is to stand tall and strong. And don't back down with adversity when you face it. It's very difficult, extremely difficult. This is why the Founding Fathers, this is why it's so important that we do what we can while we still have the power and opportunity to do it, because I can tell you the Founding Fathers gave everything up for, and then some, for fighting what they not only thought was right, but doing what they had to do. And the sacrifice and the misery and the bloodshed and the damage that was done in doing so, you can't put a price on that. You can't put a price on what was done. I know they're Freemasons and everything else, and everybody's going to go ahead and they're going to say they're crap and they're BS. Guess what? We all have skeletons in our closet. We all do things that when history looks back on it, they could open up our lives and they can look in a book and say, he did this and he did that. Even though at that time, you know what? We had no intention of deceiving people. We had no intention of doing anything negative or with any ill consequences. You know, I was an elk because they had cheap beer. Oh, but history will tell you, oh no, he was a nefarious Freemason. Oh, look, granted, There's a lot of symbology in Washington, D.C. There's a lot of, Freemasonry. Don't get me wrong. Of course, it does exist. But the overall picture and what these people fought for and the evidence of what they sacrificed to get what they did and to do what they did, the fact that we have allowed our country and the world, for that matter, to become what it has is an absolute outrage and travesty, and shows absolutely no respect or regard for anything that anybody has sacrificed over the course of time. And this bill, you might as well just spit in the face of anybody and everybody, every veteran out there that under false pretenses defended rights or thought they were doing the right thing. Right now, they get lumped in too. Oh, you were just you were just the henchmen of the overall conspiracy to take the rights away. Maybe so, but they certainly didn't know it, and they did it under false pretenses. And I got to tell you, it's like I said, a spit in the face. Listen to this. This is straight out of the legislation. And if it clears the sentence, the brainwashing in New Jersey is going to begin in 2018. This is what it says. This legislation does not empower young people, especially those living in brown and black communities. There we go, divide and conquer. New Jersey-based teacher and activist Zeli Amani told NBC News, instead, it empowers law enforcement by allowing them to continue to evade accountability for abuse and misconduct while forcing the burden on the public. However, this bill primary sponsor said this. She insists that it's about preparing kids. This is a lesson many parents already teach to their children. No, they don't. No, they don't. It says making it a part of school curriculum is the next logical step. No, it's not. No, it's not. Teaching the Constitution, that's the first logical step. How about teaching them how to do a Freedom of Information request? That's a logical step. How about teaching them accountability and what you have to do and the steps you have to take to hold your non-representing representatives accountable? That's a step. That would be a step in the right direction. You see, folks, there is no accountability in this country. There's no accountability in the world, for that matter. They've engineered it out. And instead, what they want to do is under the guise of love, peace, and harmony, they want to make you docile. And this is just another step in that way to make you docile. When really we need to be standing up against people that not only need accountability, but it's required in order to have a functioning society that moves in the direction of bettering humanity and not keeping us down under the jackboot, if you will. And I, for one, am livid pissed over this, because when one state does it, other states will follow. I'm Joe Joseph. This was thedailysheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. Have a great day.